Hello everybody, and welcome to the Primary ICT Support video channel. My name is John, and in this video we'll be continuing our Visual Builder series with an in-depth look at the Themify Visual Builder modules. In this video we'll be looking at how to set up a sandbox page and safely explore these modules, explain some of the modules in great detail, show examples of the other modules so you have some idea of what they can do for you. This is the third video in our Visual Builder series, so if you haven't watched the first two videos, please do so, as this will introduce you to the Visual Builder and its components. We also have a WordPress series with a more in-depth look at WordPress itself. So let's get started. In this video, I'll be using a site specifically set up for this tutorial. But on your site, it may be difficult to add and change modules, and you may be worried about changing and updating content, which is undesirable. The best thing you can do is to set up a page which isn't accessible, but allows you the freedom to explore the modules and other options. The first thing to do is go to Pages and click Add New. This will open the default page editor. Make sure you add a title and call it Sandbox or something similar. You will then need to go to the Publish panel and the visibility options. Click the Edit link and change the options to Private. Click the OK button to save this option, and you are then free to click Update. What this gives you is a totally private page which only you can view when you are logged into the site. Anybody else trying to view this page will get a 404 not found page. Once this page is saved, please click the Themify Builder button to open the front-end Visual Builder. So this brings us to the modules, which are a huge part of the Visual Builder, and I've explained in the previous videos about the builder and the sidebar. Please take a look at this if you're unfamiliar with some of the terminology used in this video. I highly recommend it. Now I will go through some of the modules in detail, starting with some of the more common modules you will encounter. The text module is probably the most widely used module on a website. It is used to add all kinds of information to your web page. You may have already encountered the default WordPress editor, and this is exactly what you have here. The Visual Builder has added the same WordPress editor in a module form. So you can not only add text, you can add anything else you could add with a default editor, i.e. images, videos, shortcodes and more. I would argue there are better ways to add some of the information here, but you are able to add this to the text module, no problem. The text module only has one extra option, which is to add drop cap capability. Clicking this link here will show you visually how it will look on the page. Although this module doesn't have a lot of options, many will have drop-down options on the first tab of the sidebar panel. For this text module, you can only see the default CSS class and ID drop-downs and tooltip drop-downs, which are visible on every module. The CSS class and ID will distinctly name this module, row or column, so that you can target this in a number of ways through CSS. The tooltip option will allow you to add tooltips that show up when a user rolls over the module or row. I will not be going over these again, as they are the same for each module. Further to the options on this first tab, you also have a Style tab, where you can alter small details for each module and for individual mobile devices. With each module, you are able to edit the style on an individual basis. The text module allows you to edit general style, edit the module title style, edit the heading style individually, and also change the style of the drop cap, which is an option on the first tab. If we look at some of the options on the general drop-down, you're able to make changes to the font, background, and other style options to create what you want. There are so many options for each module, I couldn't possibly run through them all in one video. You would need to use your sandbox page to experiment and try things out to achieve the desired result. I will not go through all the styling options available for each module. I will leave most of the options as they come by default. Please explore these options yourself or ask for specific advice at Primary ICT Support, and I'd be more than happy to help you. When adding an image module to the page here, the first thing you'll see is the default media browser pop-up, which allows you to quickly add an image from the library or add a new one to the site. Once you have selected the image you want, click Insert File URL to add this image to the module. So, apart from the module title, which is default on all modules, what options do you have? Image style. These options allow you to set how the image will look when you have added the title and caption, as shown here. You have varying different options, from displaying the image on the left, centre or right, but also some more visually appealing options like partial overlay, card layout and full overlay. Image URL. This is the option that automatically opens when adding the image module. Click the X to remove the image, or click the X symbol or the image to add or change the image. Appearance. These are some quick options to change the look of the image. Rounded will change the corners to make it look more rounded. Drop shadow will add a drop shadow. Bordered will add a default white border to the image, and circle will make the image circular. A circular image must be square to start with, or you may find the effect less than desirable. Fortunately, you can adjust the height and width of an image if it isn't square. By adding a specific height and width here, the site will crop the image to the size specified. Please note, this will work out the ratio of the image height when set to full width. The next 5 options are self-explanatory. Adding an image title. What HTML tag you want that title to be? Does the image have a link or a caption? An important option missed by many is the alt tag, and this is important for SEO and accessibility screen readers, so please make sure you fill this in with a good description of the image. And don't forget, you can edit the style of most of these options individually, like the caption, title and image itself, using the Styling tab here. The button module is a great way to display links visually throughout your site and has become the main thing people look for when looking through a website. When adding the button module, you'll see the options appear in the sidebar. These options are clear enough: a button title, a link, etc. You can also set a colour option for the link and also add an icon by clicking here. By default, you are given 3 icon libraries from Themify, Font Awesome and Line Awesome. Fontello is a website so you can load some more custom fonts. Please follow the instructions on this section for more details. To choose an icon, just click on the icon and it will add this to the button. You are able to adjust the location to the left or the right after adding the icon. Below this section, you can see an Add New Link. By clicking this link, you will get another panel similar to the one you have filled in. By adding the details, you can see visually what this does to the page. You can add an unlimited amount of buttons here. To remove a button, click the burger icon menu on the button you wish to remove and click Delete. This brings up an option: do you wish to remove? And select Yes to remove. After your button list, you will see a panel which is closed by default. Click the title to open this. In this section, you have some more general options around your button's appearance: size, shape, background style, and how you wish them to be displayed, alignment, and if you wish them to be full width, no follow, or downloadable links only. You may have noticed there are only a few options around the button colours, and most likely you'll want to use a custom colour. You can do this by setting the colour of the button to be transparent here. Then go to the Style panel, then to the button link, and change the background colour for both the normal and hover states. You may need to change the link text colour in this panel as well. Now, when you hover over the button, you have a custom colour and hover effect. This will affect all the buttons you have in this module, so if you wish to have multiple coloured buttons in a row, you will need to use multiple columns and individual buttons to achieve this. The Gallery module is similar to the Image module, but can display multiple images in various configurations. When adding the module to the page, the builder will open up the media library where you can choose the images you want to display on your website. You can also drag and drop these images from your computer to the browser, or search your computer using the Upload Files link here. Once you have the images selected, click the Add to Gallery button here. This next screen will allow you to edit the title and caption of the images. Also, reorder them if they are in the wrong order. When you're done, click Update Gallery here. This will add your images to the default gallery layout called a grid. You have 4 options here. A grid will display all images in your gallery in a grid view, and when you click on one of them, a pop-up will show a full-size version of your image, and you can click and navigate through the images here. You can set how many columns you wish the grid to have by choosing columns here. You can also choose to have the caption displayed or not, and many other options seen here. Showcase layout is where you can see a large version of the image and some small thumbnails below, and you can change the larger image by clicking one of the smaller ones. The lightboxed option will only show one image, but when you click the image you can view and navigate through all of the images in the gallery, similar to the grid view but with only one preview image. A slider is where the images are displayed full width but will scroll or fade to show the next image. This has the most options and maybe takes the most work to get looking right, as shown here. Click the slider options to see all the options. These options are personal preference and will need investigating further by yourself. Video is a great way to communicate with your users, and the Visual Builder has you covered no matter what service you use. When you add the video module to the Visual Builder, it will automatically add a Visual Builder basic video from YouTube. You need to alter the video URL here by adding the embedded URL from your favourite service like YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion or Blip TV. I've added a URL which links to one of our tutorial videos. You can see that the module pulls through all the relevant information, but you are able to set your own overlay image, start and end times, autoplay options, and video title and captions. Although we highly recommend YouTube to upload all of your videos to, you can add them to the site by clicking this plus icon here. Although you will be restricted to the file size, it can be done. If you don't have a YouTube channel, it is very easy to set up, and you don't need to have your videos publicly viewable and searchable when you upload them. Keep them unlisted and just use the URL to embed them on your website. This way they are private as you choose where they are displayed, and you have all the benefits of YouTube, i.e. the compression, speed and accessibility, as these can be used across different platforms like social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter. Another great module I use often is the icon module, and this is a very versatile module that can be used in many different ways. As you can see, when you add the module to the page, a default icon and text is shown. To edit this, simply click on the icon here and choose the appropriate icon for your situation. Don't forget, you have 3 icon libraries to choose from, and the 4th if you sign up to Fontello. You are also able to add your own images here by choosing this option. You can change the background and icon colour by choosing the colours here. You can also change the label or hide it, and change the clickable URL link using this option. These icons are repeatable, much like the buttons you have seen before. To add a new one, click the Add New link below the first icon panel. You can also click Duplicate under the burger icon. This way, any colour settings you have made are kept, saving you time. The icons also have a layout option panel here. You can change the size, icon background shape. The arrangement is how the icons will be displayed when there are multiple icons, and of course the icon position is editable. You also have the ability to edit the style settings in the Style panel, which allows you to change the font and many other options. I have gone through 6 of the most used modules you will use in great detail, but I will briefly mention all the others and how they could be used on your site. An accordion is a repeatable section with a title and content, which is hidden away until you click the title, much like an FAQ section you may have seen on other websites. This is a great way to show a lot of information in a short space. This has many options, including colour, toggle mode and icons for when you open and close the individual panels. An alert module is a box that can be shown on your website to bring attention to something you want the users to see or action. The alert box can have a title, content, and an action button. The button can be made to do several things, like close the alert box, display a message, or go to a specific URL. You can also schedule this message to be shown between certain times of the year, for instance, alerting people to book a meeting slot before a certain date. A box module is a static block of text similar to the text module, but it will show the text in a box with a coloured background. A callout module is similar to an alert block, but this is specifically for getting users' attention and sending them to another URL. Similar options include title, content, with the ability to change the button style, link and text. Very useful and easy to use. A divider is a great way to separate content on the page. This small module doesn't have a lot of options, but changing the colour and style can give you very nice results. This heading module provides you with a way to display a graphical heading quickly and easily. You can have a divider between the heading and a subheading, and also include an icon or an image of your choice. To change the font style, you will need to edit this in the Style panel here. A feature module is very similar to an icon module, although it is made to be more of a feature, hence the name. The options are straightforward. Add a title, content, link URL and icon. You can then choose lots more options in the feature layout panel here. These options can change the layout dramatically, as you can see here. The HTML text and shortcode module is mainly used as a utility module. You can add raw HTML and plain text to the site using this module, but mainly it's used for adding shortcodes from plugins. Plugins can use shortcodes to extend the features of your website. And using the shortcode I have shown here, I am able to display a nice message. By adding some attributes, I can change the message shown. A link block module is similar to the alert and callout modules, although the link block won't have a button. The whole block is the button itself. Very handy to show call to actions around your website. The options are fairly standard. Add a title, content, URL and icon, and choose the colour to make your link block stand out on the website. The login module provides a form for users to log into the back end of your website. Very handy and easy to use if you don't want them to use the default WordPress login. The map module will show you a Google or Bing map of a location you have entered. You must add an API key to the Themify settings to use them. Once you have done this, just add an address to the address field and then change the map options shown here to show an interactive map on your web page. The menu module will display one of the site's menus on your website. You can alter the menus from the dashboard by going to Appearance and then Menus, or by clicking the link in the Menu Options panel here. This module is mainly used in the header templates, but if you require a menu on your page, then here is the perfect module for you. There are many options in the panel here, including menu layout, alignment, and the colours. The opt-in form is a great module that can connect with external newsletter services like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, GetResponse, MailerLite, and WordPress's own newsletter plugin. You must include the API key in the Themify settings here to be able to connect to the desired service. Once this is done, you can choose many options and configurations to display a newsletter form. You can also customize the success message or URL upon a successful full subscription. An overlay content module is used for when you want to show information when you click a link or an icon. The information which is hidden is then overlaid on the page in some way. The module utilizes layout parts to display your information, and I will go through them in an advanced tips and tricks video. But I have already created a layout part with some text on it, and now I can click this link to display the information. You can have the information open as an overlay like this, or expandable, which will slide the information underneath the link. You also have lots of options on which icon you would like to use and much more. The Themify Builder comes pre-built with a portfolio post type. If you want to use a portfolio, you can display the posts, similar to blog posts, around your site using this module. The Post module is almost identical to the Portfolio module, but the Post module can be used to display any post type, including portfolios across your website. The Service menu is a nice module to display some product information on your website quickly and easily. Add a title, description, and price, including multiple pricing options, image, and a URL to link the item when clicked. Very useful. You may need to tweak some style settings, but it could be used to create a very nice section on your website. This Sign Up Form module allows users to sign up to your website if you wish. You can set what level of user role the user will have when they sign up. I would never set this to administrator, as this would give a new user full access to your site. The user can also opt in to a newsletter of your choice if you have the API set in the Themify settings. The slider module is a very useful module to display lots of different information across your website, from posts, images, videos, portfolios, and plain text. Posts are automatically added for you, but when adding images, these must be added individually using the repeating panels you have seen before. Using the gallery module and selecting a slider may be a little easier and quicker. The Social Share module allows you to add links to your favourite social media platforms. These links will share the page you are on to the user's social media timeline, rather than just a static link to your social media page. Very useful to get the word out about your website. The tab module is a way to display lots of information on the page in a short area, similar to accordions. When adding the module, you'll see a repeating block of information. You can add information such as a title, icon, and the tab content. Tabs can have varying styles and designs, as shown here. And the user is then able to click on each tab to see that information. A testimonial module is a great way to show off your good feedback you have received, but it could also be used to display any information or quotes from people. When adding the module, you'll see a repeating block of information, again similar to the tabs and accordions you've seen before. Adding the information such as title, content, image, person name, position, company, and website link. This information is then able to be displayed in a slider or a grid, with associated options along with all of these. You can use this module to create some amazing testimonial sections using the extensive style options for each part of the testimonial slider. This Twitter module uses the Twitter API to connect and retrieve posts for a given user and display them in the timeline. Here you can see our Primary ICT Support timeline. There aren't many options as standard, but using the styling panel you can quickly create a nice timeline like this. If you don't have a Twitter API key, you can easily create one, or go to publish.twitter.com and get some code to embed a timeline directly to a web page. This might be a little easier for novice users. The widget module allows you to add a WordPress widget anywhere on a page. These widgets are generally only used in areas that have been designated for use in the theme you're working on, and added using the widget pages under Appearance in the admin area. Select the widget you wish to add from the list and adjust the options as shown here. The widgetized module gives you the ability to add a whole widget area to a page. A widget area is defined by the current theme and is edited using the widget page in the Appearance menu in the back end of the website. These areas can hold lots of information and widgets of your choosing. This means you can change some information in the widget editing screen, and this information will be updated wherever the widgetized module is placed. Thank you for watching this video all about the modules available to you in the Visual Builder. Please note, some users may have custom modules and extra modules not mentioned here, as this is the default list of modules available to you. We have a full series of videos on the Visual Builder, so please check them out for much more information on the basics of the Builder and the Builder screen itself. Our next video will go through some more advanced features available to you in the Visual Builder, and some tips and tricks also. If you have any questions about the Visual Builder or editing your site, please don't hesitate to make a ticket or contact Primary ICT Support direct. I've been John Emmett for Primary ICT Support. Thank you very much for watching.